What is going on, my beautiful people? So in this video we are going to talk about boasting about our weaknesses, but basically we're going to break down a verse in the Bible that helps us understand that where we are at right now, despite our weaknesses, is not a bad place. It's okay for us not to be in the perfect place, and it's actually probably the best thing that we can have, because it shows the power of God when we're able to get out of where we are at, out of our weaknesses. So in Corinthians there's a verse that says, "For my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." So his grace is sufficient for us, even in weakness. And this wasn't something that I always understood. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't always understand it fully. I was like, for your grace is sufficient. And I was like thinking about it. And also at the, in the continuation of it, it says that, "So I will boast about my weaknesses all the more." That's like the next verse. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like that, because it's just like strengthening us even if we have weakness. But I've really started to understand it. And I think if you are in a weak point right now, or if you feel like you have places that you want to grow out of, that you feel like you're not good enough in this area, you feel like you got some insecurities here, you got things here and there, I want you to know that it is completely okay. And you are going to end up falling in love with that the more that you are able to trust God through these moments. Because for myself, like, there's a lot of things in the past that I've had that were, for me, considered weaknesses, considered like things that weren't the best about me. And now I'm starting to see the power of God on my life. So like things like, you know, before I was recording these videos, there would be times where I just didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do anything, because I just felt like, I don't know, like there was like things that would get on in my mind. There was things that were just negative, things that were just insecurities, whatever it might be. Like there's just certain things that would pop up. And I was like, how am I going to record these videos if I had that, man? Like, how am I going to do something that I love if I have this thing that might stop me from doing that altogether? Things like, I didn't even like to smile on these videos. It's been something that I've been doing, and I've been getting better at it, and I've gotten to the point where I just feel comfortable with it. You know, I might not be the most comfortable with it. It's still something that I'm getting better at and I'm practicing. But it's something, like he says in the verse, it's something that I can boast about now, because I know that God is working through me. But I've had little things here and there that show me, oh, I can really get to a different point with this. Like in the past, I couldn't even think about it. I didn't even want to do it at all, man. But now I have a good time. And if I'm in my life, I could just do it. I didn't want to do it in my life before. And now I can just do it and have fun and just, you know, release that joy through that. It's just the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not perfect. I'm going to be honest, it's not perfect. But it's something where I can boast about it, because I know that God is continuing to work through me. You know, it's not easy for me to even say that. But even like with myself and my ability to just go out, even when I'm looking stupid, even when I'm doing that stuff, I never thought I was going to be able to get to that. I didn't even realize it was a problem until I started to be shown that through God. But then all of a sudden, you know, making these videos and trusting God and putting my confidence in God, putting my anchor in God, I feel way better. I could get up on these videos, do them, even when I'm looking stupid, even when, because it's not focused on myself. Anybody can say anything, but I'm focused on you guys, trying to be here with you guys, have a good time with you guys. And I think that's the best part, because you might have weaknesses right now where you feel like, I don't know if I could get through those. I don't know if it's ever going to happen for me. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be something that might hold me back for the rest of my life. I feel like this is something that I just am. But I want you guys to understand that if you give it to God and you trust God with it, like, you just wholeheartedly give it to Him and know that His grace is sufficient for you. You're going to boast about your weaknesses, because you know that His power is going to work through you. Even if this weakness never gets like solved, this thing never really like changes, it's still something where you have His grace, and you're not, it gets healed on the inside, even if it never gets healed on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things that we can't change about ourselves, but if we accept the grace of God, all of a sudden there's places in my heart where I've started to change, and I look at things in the past that have held me back completely differently. They don't hold me back anymore, because I have the grace of God with me. So if you have this and you feel like you're being held back by these things, and you want to release these things, you want to break those chains, you want to break the limits that these things are placing on you, I hope that you're really able to accept this verse, in this Corinthians verse, about accepting His grace and accepting that His power is going to work in you. Just trusting that His grace is sufficient. And what that means is basically trusting that what God can do in your life is sufficient enough for you. What He can do in your heart, what He can do in your mind, what He can do in all these places, and just trusting faithfully in that He's going to start to shift your heart. Literally just asking Him, please God, shift my heart in this so that I can release this and I don't have this holding me back for the rest of my life. Like, please. Because you have great things that you want to do. You have big things, big dreams, and I know you do. And if you want to go do that, you have to be able to remove these limits off yourself. Remove the limiters off yourself, just like One Punch Man, man. And I hope that you are able to do that. I hope that you're able to trust God fully and accept His grace, because then it's such a different thing, man. I was just so excited for my ability now to be able to boast about my weaknesses. I could talk with anybody about it. Like, yeah, I have this weakness. We all have weaknesses, man. We all have things that we want to get better at. But so what? We can have fun. We can have a good time with it. And I hope that this helps you guys, man. I hope that this helps you guys a lot. Let me know what you're currently facing. Let me know what you're dealing with. And I will pray over you. I will bless you, because I know that you're going to do great things, man. I love you guys. Hope you have an amazing day, week. Peace.